They're going to play as violent as they need. They're going to kill people. They're going to torture people, etc. If needed, they're going to say that, as they already this week, if you look at what is being said in the mass media of Russia, it's very clear to see what they're preparing population for. And in mass media of Russia, it's already, oh, our maybe Crimea fleet is in danger, and we knew that they would play that card already in December. We knew that if things were going to turn ugly, that they would play the card that they need to bring in their troops to protect their fleet. And this is what they're already preparing.
There's 6 ships.
Yes, there are 6 ships, 6 ships, yes, exactly. And the last week, unfortunately, was like that. I don't see anything positive. I think things are going to get only uglier, unfortunately, and that's why the people in Maidan really need our help.
Does Yanukovych want his son to become the president?
What is
Maybe,
Oh,
exactly.
no idea.
Maybe not even his son. They would be okay if it is Arbuzov or any of his friends. They have several friends, like they are very close gang. They share businesses together, etc. They have prepared everything to keep their power indefinitely. They have purchased all the media. They have purchased the law enforcement services. They see that.
They've got the army.
Exactly.
Why Maidan? I don't understand.
Sorry?
This. Why you need Maidan? It's no future.
It exists.
It's
the
no
only way
leader,
to get the world
nothing.
to
So,
notice.
Okay, can you offer us another solution?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Let's
No.
Archibald and Yuri, you want to wrap up?
Yeah.
What's
That's the
going on with
question.
Maidan?
So can I answer the question? Actually, Maidan did not set up. Nobody set up Maidan. So the people coming
We
for
understand.
some reasons. The reason they, as everybody said, it's very dirty word. I try to explain.
People are fed up almost everything.
Yeah.
With everything they have in life.
And everybody understand we got mobs in government. It's very dangerous mobs.
Yes.
Very, very dangerous. And everybody understands they can do anything. They can just storm our country and our future. So I think we have to set up plan and we have to find people who will change country. How? If I know how, I will be.
Who knows?
So we have to work out on it, and I think the first step we have to set up independent media platform, which is will show to people here in Canada, in Australia, Italy, Spain,
Russia.
Ukraine, Russian, Kazakhstan, Moldova. We have to show what's going on exactly inside country, and it's no 5-channel show. It's no 1+1 show, and after that we have to prepare like movement or party for these new people which don't have inside virus of командно-административное system, command-administrative system, and we have to change country because nobody will change country.
That's very good. Basically, Yanukovych's regime has 3 major stavpы in English.
Pillars.
First is his support in the East. We cannot kill his support in the East and the South very quickly. It's a long-term project, and this is where the alternative media sources, they have to come in force. Secondly, money. This is what we are working on, trying to get them rid of their money, the wealth. If their accounts are blocked, the money is blocked, they feel less powerful, and maybe they will be more inclined to negotiate and leave the power. Yes, because they are in all this game for money, for their wealth. Okay, and then the third, sorry?
They have enough money.
Never enough.
Never enough. They're so stupid. They don't know.
They're never enough. Okay.
Where is enough? Where is not enough?
They have enough money, okay, even if some part of their money, you know, the problem with the bandit, let me tell you about the third is work with the law enforcement securities. This is where they find support. So either one of the 3 opposition people has the guts and says, okay, I'm now the leader, and he takes responsibility for going and trying to get the authorities to join people, or we need to have a new party. There is a Democratic Alliance who is very,
How
sorry?
many parties do you have in Ukraine? How many parties? do you
Not
have?
you have, I think we have, right?
I mean, I know,
in
there's
Ukraine.
so many parties. Another one?
There are already, yes, if the leaders of opposition, if none of them wants to go and negotiate with the law enforcement authorities, someone else has to do it. It's either Democratic Alliance or Громадський сектор Майдана, whoever. Or Poroshenko, who said that if the three leaders don't have enough guts to go and propose to be the president, I'm ready to go to be the president. And by the way, he sponsors a lot of Maidan. But then he was very fast made to quiet down. I think that he was told not to solve what's up.
No, he's going, he's doing the meetings with Kerry, he's doing the meetings with the EU.
He's playing very carefully. Yes, he's playing very, very carefully. Absolutely.
Arthur, did you want to give us some concluding thoughts or comments?
It's going to get worse before it gets better, number one. The key, I see two keys. Number one, moving the narrative of Ukraine as East-West, Russia, Europe, blah, 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 get that off the table. The key issue presently is a criminal government killing its people. That's the key issue. That's the short-term issue. And that's the issue that needs to be pushed everywhere you go, everybody you talk to, and it needs to be documented. It needs to be documented. That's all I've done for the last 3 days is document crimes. Put it into a form that people can understand, and get it to people in policy, and get it to people in the press. Okay? It must be documented. These people must be pushed out. It's going to be hard to push them out, but they will eventually go. And then comes the real problem. And the real problem is, what are you going to do after that? Because Ukraine's really good for kicking people out, but they're not so good at getting good people in.
Yeah.
That requires education. That requires civics. There is no civics. That requires knowing your constitution, knowing that the 5th clause of the constitution предусматривает інші форми прямої демократії. Okay? Does anybody know that? No. Nobody knows that because nobody read the Constitution.
You want to translate that for us? What is the essence?
The essence of the 5th clause of the Constitution is that when the political machine is broken, when the executive is not representing the people, when the representative body is not representing the people, and the judicial is not, there are other forms of direct democracy that are
Stipulated.
they're stipulated. Thank you very much. They're stipulated in the Constitution. The Constitution was written by incredibly intelligent and progressive people, some of whom are in your community right here in New York. Okay, some of whom are in Washington. Okay? The Constitution of Ukraine is a beautiful document. Nobody reads it. People have to move in Ukraine from democracy of corruption to actual democracy. And that's a long-term thing. It's not going to happen in 5 years. It's not going to happen in 10. It's going to, I mean, yeah, okay. Well, 1,000 years, Ukrainians haven't ruled themselves. Maybe 1,000. 300 years, they certainly haven't. Except for your great-grandfather or uncle who it may have been for 6 months.
1 year, yeah.
Who can be the leader?
All right?
Who can be the leader then?
There is no culture of self-rule. There's no such thing as Ukrainskie самоуправление. Nobody knows what it is. And it has to be taught, it has to be learned, and it has to be put together. Maybe it's more decentralized.
But there will be leaders. Their leaders were already born. Maybe they're not yet
I don't know, we need a leader then.
When I see-
We don't need leader, we need leaders.
Anyway, what I see, what gives me hope, I understand, you're not saying, we're not talking here rationally as such, we're talking emotionally on this, right? To a certain extent. What I'm saying is, the only thing that gives me hope when I get into the state that you're in right now, the only thing that gives me hope is when I meet 18, 19, 20-year-olds who see the future and know that they're not slaves. That gives me hope. And they trust each other and they work together.
Okay, on that note and on that